Hey Adam, you know what day it is?
What day is it, Brandon?
Hump day!
I thought you were going to say it's St. Patrick's Day.
It's St. Patrick's Day!
Indeed.
Yeah, and we're reviewing the Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligan Shamrock
For 2021.
for 2021. Stay tuned, we'll tell you all about it.
Shamrock.
What is this?
For you, I don't know.
Oh, ooh, final step required. I win.
Package.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
Ooh.
I could have won. Final step required.
Better than
What was it
final
officially?
notice.
What was it officially? Yeah, final notice.
Is officially the Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligan Shamrock 2021.
2021. 2021.
2021.
Tonight I have my little brother, Adam from AT Lines here. I'll put a link to his channel below. And he was kind enough to bring over these Filthy Hooligans by Alec Bradley. These are not your normal Filthy Hooligans. These are the Shamrock. Yeah.
It's the tri-wrap.
It's the tri-wrap.
The tri-wrap. Not your
Nice.
barber pole, the tri-wrap.
So we're going to go ahead and cut into these and light them up, and we'll let you guys know what we think. I'm going to use my new tabletop cutter. We're going to go with the V-cut.
Too much.
Pre-light. I just got I get a lot of hay, like barnyard. That's all I'm getting. Even in the foot. All right, let's toast it up here. Right off the bat, I get a lot of just like an earthy, light wood flavor. I don't get much more than that.
It's pretty
Light
mellow.
up.
Mellow so far.
Yeah, very earthy in the finish, and the woody flavor I get is in the retrohale. I don't really get that on the draw, and it's got a maybe a little bit of spice to it, but not much. Let's go ahead. We're gonna smoke these down, and while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about these wrappers. Adam, why don't you tell the lovely people a little bit about this cigar?
Sure. Alright, Brandon. So, for the past 7 years or so, Alec Bradley has released their St. Patrick's Day inspired cigars. It started with the black market Filthy Hooligan, but since 2019 they've started doing the Shamrock edition, which has this tri-wrap. This year we have Ecuadorian Sumatra binder with a filler blend from Honduras and Panama, and it's wrapped with a Honduran Candela, Nicaraguan Habano Seco, and Nicaraguan Habano Maduro wrapper mix.
It's a mouthful.
It is. The Shamrock, they only produce 1,500 boxes. They come in boxes of 10, so it's 15,000 cigars.
So not many, and
Not
you were
too
able
many.
to get your hands on the last two
The last two in the cigar
in
store.
the store you went to.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I do get when I get a barber pole is a lot of times the burn will be uneven, and that doesn't bother me so much, only because I expect it. So I'm not really going to knock any points off for construction because it's just the way these are made.
Right.
And we're going to have to. I'm going to have to do some touch-ups. It's already just in the first 5 minutes here, kind of going a little odd.
A little bit.
But that shouldn't take away from the whole experience. it's starting to kind of mellow out a little bit too. A lot of the sharpness I was getting on the retrohale is kind of mellowing out. So we're going to go ahead and get into the first third and be back with you guys to let you guys know what we think. All right, guys, well into the first third here. I'll tell you what I'm getting, and then you can tell me what you're getting, because we have different tastes. But this is kind of strange. I knew the burn was going to be a little weird, and it has been, but I haven't had to touch it up. It's corrected itself the whole way down so far. But I think with the 3 different wrappers that are on here, sometimes I get flavors, then they disappear, then they come back. It's definitely interesting. When I first lit it up, I had a lot of like earth and wood. Then I started kind of smoking it a little, and I got a little bit of leather in the retrohale. Then it went away completely. I got a little bit of peanut in the finish. Now I'm getting some sweetness on the wrapper. It's actually really good, and it's interesting, but it's really hard for me to kind of nail down exactly what I'm getting here, which is kind of fun because it's different every time I take a puff on it. For me, I think that's interesting.
Yep.
How about you?
I'm getting a mix between some hay and some woodsy flavors. I haven't really noticed any sweetness yet, but it is good. I'm enjoying it.
When did you pick these up? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
And I know the shop that he goes to, it's the same one I go to a lot. They do a real good job keeping their cigars. So I wasn't really concerned about letting it sit in my humidor for a while. Sometimes when you order cigars online, you want to let them rest in your humidor for 2 weeks because shipping takes a lot out of them. But these are fresh. These are fresh out of a humidor. They've got a good feel to them. They're not too spongy, not too hard. They're burning well. I have no complaints. I like your
And even with the turntable videos, only watching 18 seconds.
18 seconds?
18 seconds.
Well, you're only going to see it go around once.
It only goes around once.
I watch your turntable. Turntable Tuesdays, AT Lines. Don't miss it. Some Tuesdays you'll find
The third Tuesday of every month.
Third Tuesday of every month.
Mainly because that's when I decided to start it.
Like my cigar video schedule. It's whenever I feel like posting it. There is no schedule.
Right.
I don't know what my next video is going to be. Probably, actually, I can tell you what my next video is going to be. It's going to be the Feral Flying Pig from Liga Privada.
Oh, yeah.
I've got one of those in my humidor, and I can't wait to smoke it. And I'm going to have to do a review on it because I hear good things. When we ever get to it, this is a rough copy of a cigar I just rolled last night. I got a new, you might be able to see it behind Adam there, a cigar press I picked up from an antique show. And I had to try it out. So this is just the binder. I haven't done the wrapper on it yet. But yeah, we're going to sit down and smoke some of these and tell you how my own cigar rolling goes. Hopefully good. I know they're not the prettiest, but then again, neither am I. So what do you typically do on a St. Patrick's Day? You guys stay in or you go out anywhere?
We stay in.
It's probably better that way.
It is better that way.
Guys, drop a comment below. Tell me what you guys are doing for your St. Patrick's Day. I know we'll be enjoying these stogies. Not much of a drinker. Actually, I don't drink at all. I don't know how much he is.
Rarely.
It's not something
Rarely.
that I'll be partaking in.
You have to stick to coffee nowadays.
Coffee's good.
Coffee's good. Coffee's good with cigars.
You can't go... I haven't found a cigar that's bad with coffee. Coffee and, oddly enough, sometimes with Connecticut, I'll drink orange juice.
Orange juice.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. It's like a breakfast cigar.
Well, you gotta have a breakfast cigar. If you have the time, you should partake in a breakfast cigar.
You mean a breakfast drive to work with a Pop-Tart cigar?
Well, I don't... Cigar Pop-Tart pairings.
That could be. There's tons of Pop-Tarts now. You got Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts, strawberry cherry,
Could be disastrous.
Oreo, birthday cake.
I don't know how I feel about that one. Now that we're talking about it. What expectations did you have for the cigar?
Initially, I thought it would have a stronger flavor, but it's pretty mellow. and I kind of like that. Kind of like it because it's not shocking, other than it wasn't what I was expecting. But it's just a nice, relaxing, enjoyable smoke.
It is real mellow. I don't get a lot of sharpness or like pepper in the retrohale. I'd say it's a light to medium body right now. I would imagine it's going to ramp up as it gets closer to the end, and they usually do. It definitely doesn't taste like Lucky Charms. I can tell you that. We'll keep going here into the second third and let you guys know how that finishes out. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we're back. We're into that second third. I'd say we're just getting into it. But I tell you what, some major developments for me. I can't, again, it's hard for me to put my finger on a lot of this because I get a different thing every time I draw off this cigar. But definitely full flavored. I get sweetness on the wrapper. I get, the earthiness has kind of gone away from me. I'm not getting any earthiness at all. Yeah, I definitely get like a sweetness in the wrapper, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't want to say leather's there anymore, but maybe like a almost like a sweetened coffee. Does that make any sense?
It makes sense.
It's all subjective, right?
Right.
I mean, when you pick out flavors in a cigar, it's usually something that reminds you of something. When I say leather, it just reminds me of the smell of leather. Or like a chocolate, if I've got a bar of chocolate in front of me and I smell it, that's kind of what I get. And this I'm getting like a sweetened coffee.
It's definitely filled out. That's for sure. It's more bold than when it first started, but it's not overpowering. I'm getting like, it's gonna sound weird, but it almost reminds me of my garage. Just because I have that old garage, and it's like woody and like established. It's like a rich old kind of flavor for me.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I concur. What's the price point on something like this, if you don't mind me asking? I know this was a kind of a gift for tonight.
It was a gift.
But
I guess depending on what shop you go to, the Shamrocks are like $12 to $13 a stick, and the regular Filthy Hooligan, just the regular 2-wrapper, is around $10 a stick.
so we're going to keep going here and get down to this final third and wrap this up. We'll be back with you guys, let you know how this turns out. Let's see how the band comes
Some
off.
people were saying it would pull some of the wrapper off. They had some issues with that.
I'll tell you what, just the corner was loose, but I'm going to murder this thing, which means it's not going to end up in my book. But it is on there tight. There's a lot of glue. I'm absolutely tearing this to pieces. Maybe I'll, well, you know what, I'm committed now. Perfect.
Roll it.
Rolling. Oh. Hey guys, we're back. It's the final third. Interestingly enough, Adam and I both had the same experience where we just set our cigars down just for a brief moment, and they went out. And I don't know if there's a lot of moisture building up at the end or what. But that's a note, I guess, that we can make. I did have to do one correction. Flavors I'm getting here is definitely ramping up in flavor. I'm getting that like a almost like a chili spice.
Mm-hmm. Yep, more spice at the end.
That leather I was getting before, I'm getting a lot of that in the retrohale. But that creaminess I was getting in the middle, it's still there. It's just not prevalent like it was. I would say this is a medium to full flavored cigar. Body, strength, I'd say medium for me. I actually can feel a little bit of it, so the nicotine is there. I don't know about you, but I can feel it a little, which isn't bad. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
You feel not? I feel nothing
I don't
anymore.
feel
I'm
it.
dead inside.
But I also use other products throughout the day, so.
Yeah, I mean, I quit smoking cigarettes, was it last? No, it's been almost 2 years.
2 years.
So it tends to hit me a little harder than it probably would have if I was still a regular cigarette smoker. Best thing I ever did, especially for your palate. Cigarettes destroy your palate for cigars.
And I'll tell you, I've switched to these nicotine pouches instead of using dip, and that's, I mean, food has been incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing the little changes that you can make with even so cigarettes or tobacco products are one thing, but even for tasting cigars, I've stopped. I love spicy foods. I love Tabasco sauce. I like Frank's Red Hot. If Frank's wants to send me some money for that little plug, I'm fine with it. But I've even cut back on that just so I can taste cigars more. What are you getting out of your final third?
I'm getting a lot of the spice like you were talking about.
Yeah?
Definitely a more rich, full flavor, but still still like moderate, not overpowering. Starting to burn a little hot, and my wrapper's starting to come apart a little bit. But
Yeah, I think I'm going to end mine pretty soon too. It's getting pretty warm. I think a lot of that's my fault
right,
because I've enjoyed this so much that I'm constantly coming back to it. So it's something to watch out for. Definitely been an enjoyable cigar, for sure.
oh yeah, I agree.
We're going to end it here. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Everyman Cigar. And we'll see you guys in the next video. And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's
Day.
Day.
Don't look at me like that.
All right, folks.
All right.
That's all, folks. So the regular Filthy Hooligan uses so it has the Honduran Candela and a Nicaraguan, I'm going to butcher this, Jalapa Maduro.
Is that one of them Spanish words?
It is. It's got a J in the beginning.
Ha. Ja. What is it called?
Jalapa.
Jalap. Do you put a hard H on it? Like,
I don't know.
no, probably not.
One of them Jalapa Maduros.
Jalapa Maduro Candela. Connecticut. There's a Connecticut wrapper in here too, right? Connecticut, Nicaraguan jalopy, and Candela.
This one.